Hi, my name's Aaron Nag Chowdhury, and I recently read a great article titled Marxist World: What Did You Expect from Capitalism? This article was published in August of 2018 by author Robin Varghese. This article explains Marxism through philosopher, economist, and sociologist Karl Marx's point of view. It explains why he believed in Marxism and why he thought capitalism would eventually destroy society. In the article, it even says that capitalism is the reason why the 1% stay at the top and the lower class never moves up economic classes. Karl Marx even argued that improvements in labor productivity created by technological innovation would largely be captured by the owners of capital. He famously once said, quote, "Even when the real wages are rising, they will never rise proportionately to the productive power of labor," end quote. Put simply, workers would always receive less than what they added, which leads to inequality. This article provides the arguments of the other side as well. It says that the defenders of capitalism, especially in the United States, often argue that capitalism allows for more social mobility between the economic classes. Marx, however, believed that wealth is transferred between generations, and that the children of capitalists will exploit the children of workers when their time comes. For a period, it seemed that the children of the middle class had a fair shot at swapping places with the children of the top class. But as inequality rises, social mobility declines. Recent research has found that inequality hurts the income growth of the poor, but it does not affect the rich. If the current trend continues, then capitalism could develop society into one which family wealth trumps any amount of merit. Essentially, Marx is saying that under capitalism, we'll be moving in a never-ending cycle of the rich staying rich and the poor staying poor, with no chance of moving up. Marx predicted that capitalism's logic would over time lead to a rising inequality, chronic unemployment and underemployment, stagnant wages, the dominance of large powerful firms, and the creation of an elite class whose power would act as a barrier to social progress. Eventually, the combined weight of all of these problems would spark a revolution. Now, the idea of a revolution reminds me of how the women's movement created an uprising for feminism and equal rights. Historically, men have ruled society and been at the top, making them the bourgeoisie, with the women being the proletariat. This shows an imbalance in society that is created because of capitalism. As previously mentioned, capitalism does not allow anybody in the middle or lower class to move up, and so relating this back to feminism, women cannot move up in society without having to protest or create a movement, just as Marx predicted. For example, when women were not allowed the right to vote, they had to create an entire suffrage movement just to get men to allow them to vote. This article provides a psychological view of society and the people within it. Sigmund Freud's theory of the id, ego, and superego can be applied to capitalism. The id represents all of our animalistic urges and seeks instant gratification for our needs and wants. This can be correlated back to the article because, in a way, the id can represent the greediness and power-hungry society capitalism has turned us into. If we were to critique the article, Robin Varghese uses a very positive and friendly tone, not shaming or speaking in a condescending way towards capitalism or its supporters, but rather simply pointing out its flaws. It provides arguments from both sides, which shows an open-mindedness to the article, which is important as it attracts readers from supporters of both sides. There is also an effective usage of literary devices, such as imagery with the line "the post-war boom" and alliteration with the line "economic efficiency elites." This keeps the reader engaged and interested throughout the article. However, I would have liked to see more insight about why societies choose to adopt certain economic styles and the psychology behind the people that make these decisions. Going back to Sigmund Freud's theory, is capitalism an unconscious choice people make because of their innate desire for greed and power? I just wish there was more information on the psychology behind this, as it would answer questions just like that one. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed reading this article and would recommend it to my friends or anyone else who is interested, as it provides a deep understanding into famous philosopher Karl Marx's mind and why he thought the way he did. Thank you.